This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Truro and Penwith College and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. The Island Hotel on Tresco has closed. The last guests have left the reception, and time has been called in the bar. The Island Hotel site will be demolished to make way for cottages that guests will be able to use for self-catering or hotel-style stays using new facilities. Wayne Shaw is the manager.
Part of the Island Hotel's redevelopments, there is going to be 9 one-bedroom cottages which you can rent on a nightly basis. You'll give us a call and reserve as before, and then you have the option of being able to use your dinner, and you could dine in any of our restaurants on the island. It'll just give people more flexibility, but they'll have the added bonus that you can remain in the ruin for dinner, and you'll have the daily makeups of your room, and just gives you a little bit more flexibility.
So in a way it'll be like self-catering without you having to cook?
Indeed, similar, yes.
What's driven this?
It's through guest demand. Over the years we've seen a lot of our guests have moved from the Island Hotel into our timeshare properties and rental properties. And people sort of want to dine at different times now. They want more flexibility with dining. So that's sort of driven what these plans and the Island Hotel sort of changes. The Island Hotel has been a great part of the island for over 50 years now. So there's a lot of islanders who have lived here and grown up with the Island Hotel. But I think the changes that we're making will add a new dimension to the island. So I think it's a great opportunity for us. Building is part of the redevelopment will come down this section here, and there will be built another 4 rental properties which will run just along here. So everything you see here now will come down, but everything to our right just here will remain as it is. So the wonderful open spaces that is synonymous with the Island Hotel and these views will remain the same.
Timeshare units were built last winter. The 9 single-room cottages that will be built on the hotel site will be of a similar standard. And with similar views.
They are very similar, yes. There's obviously the added addition of the artwork and the sort of antique furnishings that we use throughout, yes.
And for the place where people sort of sit and relax, is that going to be sort of centred on the ruin, or are you going to change the way in which people do things at the moment?
It is, yes. I mean, the main focal area will be the ruin now. There's some wonderful seating outside, in the front of the ruin, just there, taking those beautiful views. So, mainly the ruin, to be honest.
Wayne explains how the ruin space will be used.
So you're going to have a mixture of tables and chairs in and around these areas, built into the sort of alcove areas here, so that we'll be able to obviously use the space to maximum potential. And they're going to be sort of more traditional wooden chairs and tables, so not sort of the modern leather style. They're going to be obviously in keeping with the ruin and the woodwork already in here.
Have you got any kind of model in mind, what you're trying to recreate here then? What's the kind of feel you're wanting from the ruin?
We're going for, there isn't really, we're trying to create a model of our own, to be honest. The ruin is going to be completely unique to the Scillys. It's the only one with a wood-burning oven on the Scillys. So what we're just trying to see is just a great environment to come and enjoy great foods. It's got a wonderful location and a wonderful building, so simple food, delivered really well.
It's going to be a place to eat rather than a place to drink?
Yes, definitely, yes. Well, the outdoor space probably is going to be split into 2 areas. So the first part here, just in front of where the bar is and the entrance into the ruin, it's going to be sort of more relaxed seating. So you could come and enjoy a coffee if you wanted to. We're going to have freshly baked bread, so you can come and enjoy the coffee, cappuccino while you're waiting for your breads to be baked. And then as we go to this side here in towards the ruin, this area is going to be the more sort of dining area, seating for dining. It's going to have quite a large amount of tables and chairs. We're looking to seat around about 100 outside and around about 45 to 50 internally as well.
For those people that came right at the start in the 60s, how different would the experience have been at the Island Hotel?
Quite considerable. Service levels have changed dramatically over those years. I mean, the first opening of the Island Hotel, you would have seen sort of ladies in ball gowns and the gentlemen in dinner jackets, whereas now it's a little less formal. We don't stipulate ties for evening door dinner jackets, so slightly different, I would say.
And do you know what sort of food would have been served up in those days?
I would be. It would have been quite contemporary for the time. As the Island Hotel opened, it was the first on the Scillies and a leader in that respect. So yeah, quite considerably different to how we do now. Local seafood were a big part of the menus at that point as well, and were the grand buffets. It had a wonderful Sunday buffet, which actually still runs to date. So we don't have the dessert trolley, but we still have a Sunday buffet that we do as well.